Today, Precarious plays
Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. Oh. Is this where I'm supposed to go?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I was gonna say something very different. I was going to remark that it's really impressive how the geometry is usually... It works how you think it ought to based on how it looks, right?
Yeah.
Like the fact that the morph ball can very smoothly...
Roll up the sides.
Yeah, sort of like half pipe up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I will say that it would be great... Well, you know what? I shouldn't run my mouth before checking. It would be cool if you could go all the way...
All the way around.
If you could use the boost ball to do a full circuit, but I understand why. They've probably put in a safeguard against that. Yeah, they definitely have done. They put some sort of ceiling on it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But it would be nice if you could go like, woo! And spin all the way around.
Barf.
Let's see if Dark Samus is going to accost us out here.
There.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Immediately. Ugh. Oh, man.
Wow, this is cool. I wanted to come out here for an opportunity to interface with those.
Those loopy loops.
Although now I'm not sure if it is necessary or not. Anyway, you were about to say?
That just reminded me of... We got onto the subject of float tanks. And how, like, someone explaining it is like, oh, it's great. There's nothing in there except for yourself. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
wonderful. And then, you know, it's because Dark Samus rolled up and I'm like, yeah.
Don't leave me alone with me.
Yeah, please don't. We're horrible. That lady's gonna ruin my day. And it's me, and I would know. Yeah. I have done a lot to make peace with myself over a long period of time. And I can honestly say, after years of work and dedication, that it's about 60-40 when left alone with myself if I'm gonna bully me or not. You know?
Yeah. I wonder...
Which is a real improvement because it used to be 100% bullying. You know?
Was that feature available in Metroid Prime? Do you remember? Could you use the boost ball to boost away from rails like
I don't think you could. I don't remember very clearly, but I feel like I would. I think I would remember that because I would almost certainly have like fallen off of something, you know?
Yeah.
And then had that memory of in my heart.
You know what? That just leads back out of here. Maybe this was a wild goose chase. I just knew that there was a bundle of spider ball tracks out here, which is why I wanted to come this way. But I'm suddenly thinking that maybe I have jumped the gun. Although, can I boost? Oh, I can. Okay, hold on. Let me try this.
Ooh.
I think that little red thing is gonna... Oh!
Yeah, that's what would be stuck in my heart.
But you can see, like, there's definitely stuff over there.
Stuff over there, yeah. For sure stuff.
I just wonder if I'm supposed to get over there some other way. It's always a little frustrating in Metroid, feeling like this. I think I could figure out a way to make this work with the powers that I have. you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you need power bombs.
And then you just like knock your
Power
head
bombs.
on a ceiling fan that's just in the arc of the jump, and you're like, why though?
And then you realize, like, oh, it's because one of the playtesters also figured out, yeah, you can totally use the boost ball. So this, I think you need power bombs to break that. Mm-hmm. You know what? Let me double check. I know that I should have just memorized what Denzium does, but I think it's sort of like wishful thinking, right?
Yeah.
Like, no. This time it might be weak to the super missiles. Mm-hmm. I know that it wasn't before, but just let me dream.
I feel so silly. Those two spooked me.
Oh, they should. They're going to attack us later. You know it. You know that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I hear something. Okay, maybe it's fine. There's a dog barking in the distance, and usually that's considered a grave insult, a dire challenge for the dog on staff. Yeah.
Staff dog says no.
This is newness.
Mm-hmm. There's a
That's cool.
If you might look downstairs, there is a map.
Yeah. I'm kind of hoping for something more interesting than that. Right now, though, I'm just wondering, what is this? It is... Is that... So the interesting thing is that this is almost definitely flat, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that is almost definitely a flat image file.
Mm-hmm.
That is just layered over some simple curving geometry.
That
right?
has a light effect traveling across it.
Yeah, so I don't know what file format they would actually be using, but for our purposes, we can say that this is functionally similar to a GIF, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just playing in the background there. And then you just layer enough of those over one another, and then you've got Metroid Prime.
Yeah, sure.
But what I'm saying is, Metroid Prime is basically a big pile of GIFs.
Oh boy, I really want a 3D printer. I really want one because they have... I learn in a way that is frustrating for some people to observe, and I have access to 3D printers.
Yeah.
But I don't want to learn to 3D print in a public space.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really need to be able to really mess some things up, because sometimes I cannot be told, and this is one of those cases where I cannot be told, because I need to make mistakes so that I understand how things work, which is how I get to the level of knowledge where people go, oh, wow, you're so smart. I'm like, no, I'm just persistent. I mean, I might be able to puzzle some things out mentally, but I like to make mistakes. And they're very helpful, the mistakes. Because whenever you mess something up really strangely, you get to figure out how something works and why it works that way, so that later you can come up with solutions that other people wouldn't think about, because they're going down the prescribed path. They're going down the, it doesn't matter how it works, this is the instruction, and if I do this, I will get these results every time. And I need to play with a 3D printer in all of the ways that you're not supposed to. Like, I need to be able to put cheese in the filament box. Like, I need to be able to use all of my mad scientist, Doofenshmirtz Incorporated, just twisting thought jumpings, and just indulge in those things and waste time and make messes. Like, that's how I get to really know something. And I think that I could probably learn 3D modeling well enough with 3D printing as a motivator. You know, like I already know how to work on an XYZ axis well enough, especially if you have a friendly enough GUI.
Yeah.
I can figure that out, but it's frustrating.
Pronounced GUI.
GUI. Oh, yes. Yes, I know. This is one of the many things I have figured out by making messes. Like, I just...
Oh, got a little too close there.
I can muddle around, but I've never had a reason to get good, you know, to make anything particularly complex. It's just like, oh yes, cloning objects, radial symmetry, yes. Very good. So what is this for? Oh, nothing. Got it. I'm not gonna do anything with this, but if you tell me I can make a trinket? Oh, that was turds.
Now, was that this hated creature, or was that because I dallied and it got electrified?
I think it was because you dallied and it got electrified, because I didn't see any of the icky creatures.
There's an energy tank though. Gotta have that.
No, yeah, you gotta have
energy.
that. So, anyway.
Gotta have my juice.
So I think that also 3D printing could be a gateway to 3D modeling.
Yeah,
that I could get my brain to latch onto. Are you trying to trigger it?
No, I'm trying to see. Okay, so that sphere does ignite after a certain point, but it doesn't it doesn't look like this one does. Mm-hmm. So I just need to be ready to move. Come on, game. Oh.
Okay.
You know what? Let's just keep moving. There we go. Now, I have been put into a position where a lot of the tech stuff in my life that I was looking forward to has just left me feeling disappointed. Mm-hmm. You know, where it's like...
too.
Whenever I was young and it was a Disney Channel original movie, it's like, Smart House, yeah, I can't wait, that sounds great. And now I just look at, like,
Cop House.
Exactly, yeah, it's like, oh, so that really beautiful idea from the past, what it's being used for is the police are buying the information and just we are opting into a surveillance state. Mm-hmm. Great, that's what I wanted out of this. And then 3D printing has actually sort of become like it's fallen prey to that a little bit, because I was watching a video recently where someone did something that is cute, it's interesting, I guess, where they made a properly handheld version of the Virtual Boy.
Aww.
Which was a failed sort of hardware experiment that Nintendo did. Mm-hmm. Can't get through there. Well, okay, I'll sit here for a minute. And part of that video, I thought it was neat. I thought it was interesting, but it did fill me with quite a lot of discomfort. It was almost like a throwaway moment in the video. The person that crafted the handheld Virtual Boy was like, I didn't like how this one part turned out, so I had to try it a lot of different ways, and we had to print it using different techniques. And there's just like a fairly brief shot that shows a big pile of rejected hobbyist project components. Mm-hmm. Just imagine like the shell of like a Wii U gamepad.
Yeah.
But, half a dozen of them or a dozen of them. A
big wad of waste plastic.
And it's like that, but extrapolated across all the hobbyists. Everybody with a 3D printer now I don't know. Maybe that plastic can be reused.
Yeah, I have news on that front, but maybe we can talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna investigate where the game thinks I'm supposed to be going right now, because at this point I think would actually like the advice. So we'll come back later.